Well, I've been using wool socks for winter time for a few years now, and I think it's quite important to note of the correct way to look after them. Some people have been asking me how I do them. Now I'm going to give you an example. These ones are Royal Marine issue socks for cold weather conditions. Now this is a pair, you can tell by the colour and by the texture of what they're supposed to look like when you hand wash them in cold water with just a tiny piece of detergent, and I do mean a tiny piece, hence the bubbles. This is what I've been using. It's cheap, it does the job, and you don't need to go too crazy about it. Now what happens is if you use a washing machine on a cool wash, sometimes it doesn't work. This is an example of that. You can tell it's all mottled together. The best way to describe exactly what I'm talking about is the inside. Now the weave of the sock on the inside has loads of loops, but as you can see on this one, it's pretty much all close knit and stuck together. If you look at these ones have been hand washed only, as I said. The other ones, as I say, they went into a washing machine on a wool wash many years ago, and it's a big difference. You can tell by all of the ringlets there. Now all these are designed to do is to trap air. Trap air, you generate warmth, friction and walking, and it will keep your feet warm. There's a big difference, as you can see. So how I do them is I turn them inside out, cold water, maybe a tiny bit of warm water in it, but not a lot, okay? And all I do is I just leave them to soak for about 10 minutes, okay? Just let them sit in there, and it just very gently, that's important, very gently just move the fibres around like this, okay? That's all you have to do. Now all I do is I just fold them over like this, just give them just a gentle squeeze, nothing more, and just sit them to one side. Now once that's done, I'll empty the water, put the socks back in the sink, and just use cold water only. Try not to get the water from the tap directly onto the wool, because that will just move it around and it will muck it up. All you do is you just keep soaking them until the water runs clear, and your socks will be clean. So we're just going to have the cold water just running, and we're just going to stack them like this. As you noticed, I wash all mine on the inside, because that tends to be where most of the smell is going to be, I suspect, so that's how I've always done it. It's always worked for me. I mean, you know, people wash their socks a different way, but I would advise not to put them in the machine, because that's what happens. It's not very good. And when you wash them by hand, you can tell the difference. Nice and fluffy, they keep your feet nice and warm that way. I say, I've been buying these for years now, but they're coming to their own, especially winter time. And that's all I do. You've got a little cold water there. It takes a while, but this is how I do it. As I say, it's important not to get this water smashing onto the fibres on there, okay? So you just gently make sure that you get all of the soap out. Because I can imagine what happens when you don't get the soap out and it stays in there. Your feet are going to itch with all the chemicals, etc. I mean, you could, in fact, just wash these in cold water with nothing else. I wouldn't see it to be a problem at all. You see all of the soap's gone out of there now. Now, another tip what I do, you don't want to wring them or stretch them, you want to keep their shape. So I'm just going to roll them gently. As you roll them, just put a little bit of pressure onto your hand. Just push down as you roll. Not a lot though. You're just trying to get as much of that water out as you can without making it stretch. And you end up with these sock rolls. Yeah, great. And that's it. all you have to do then, once you've gone through all of this process of getting them rinsed, is just to lay them over any sort of mesh. You can configure washing lines in a zigzag and just lay them on top. You can put them in the oven, obviously with the oven off, on the oven shelves. Anything you can use anything you want, just be creative, okay? Especially over a bath's a good idea, you've got plenty of room, okay? And that's it. If you just put these wool socks into a normal wash, say 40 degrees on colour in the machine, it will destroy them. You'll end up with a pair of socks about this big. These aren't cheap. You get 3 pairs delivered around 20 quid, a lot of money. But if you look after them and you care for them, they should, in theory, last you many, many years, depending on use. I mean, in the winter time I use these every day. They're comfortable, and your feet really do stay warm. You know, these I believe are an outer pair issued to the Marines on the Arctic and Mountaineering Warfare Carder in Norway. There is an inner sock which is very thin, without this red band, to be worn inside these socks. But just for UK temperatures, yeah, it's been down sub-zero for a few weeks now. These are coming into their own. So yeah, just a quick video really of a few people were asking me, I love your wool socks, how do I wash them? I don't want to muck it up. Well, this is how I wash them, okay? So I hope that's helped if anyone's thinking about buying some wool socks or washing them for the first time maybe. They're a bit wary. I mean, everyone's got to start somewhere, and not everyone's been in the military and to be shown, and that is how I do them. Okay, hope that's helped. Thanks for watching guys, you stay funky.